Ladies and gentlemen, tensions are rising once again between Algeria and France. Algeria, which no longer understands France at all, has taken an extremely defensive stance. We know the origin of the problem between France and Algeria. We are aware of the ins and outs related to this stance that France has taken in favor of Morocco in the case concerning Western Sahara. But all of that has been somewhat left behind. Now we are witnessing a series of diplomat expulsions, contrary to what the long-standing relations between Algeria and France would suggest. 15 new officials have just been expelled with immediate effect. Algeria is demanding the immediate expulsion of 15 new officials. It should be noted that these are officials who were newly assigned to Algiers. As part of diplomatic relations, they are assigned to the French embassy. But these are the officials that Algeria does not want to see there. The reason given by Algeria will surprise you. And you will agree with Algeria, sir, no matter what criticisms are made of Algeria regarding its policy towards us in sub-Saharan Africa. But what is happening now, if you look closely, is that Algeria is right in a way. France has also responded. In this video conference, that's what we are going to talk about. Thank you for sharing the video conference as widely as possible in all the groups you can. And thank you for giving lots of likes. Lots of likes. Let's dive deeper. According to official information, Algeria has decided to expel 15 new French officials from its territory. This announcement comes at a time of heightened tension between Algiers and Paris, and nearly a month after the expulsion of 12 officials in mid-April. You know, in mid-April, April 2025, Algeria expelled 12 French officials, all of whom were still working for the French embassy. We believe that these officials were surely replaced by other officials, but Algeria still does not want to see them. The statement was made by the statement. The confirmation was given by the French Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jean-Noël Barrot, who stated that France will respond immediately. Instead of trying to find common ground, France says it will respond immediately. But what actually happened, or what is really going on? According to reports, since yesterday, Sunday, May 11th, 2025, Algeria has summoned the chargé d'affaires of the French embassy in Algiers. This gentleman was summoned. The purpose of the summons was to notify him of the new expulsions of French officials from Algerian territory. What reason is Algeria giving? The officials concerned are currently on a temporary reinforcement mission. They came temporarily to strengthen the team, since 12 others had already been expelled, so there is a shortfall. So France sent replacements temporarily. But the problem is that the relevant Algerian ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has not issued a statement to clearly explain the content, what's going on, what's involved, what's at stake. At this stage, the Algerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has not published any statement officially confirming this request that was announced. But what remains clear, according to the notification given to the chargé d'affaires at the Besco, French embassy in Algiers, is that the immediate repatriation of all French employees appointed under irregular conditions was requested. Algeria is reproaching the appointments made under irregular conditions. In other words, France appointed them sent them over, but without informing the authorities. This is where Algeria bases its decision, to expel them on the violation of its authority. Normally, when a diplomat is sent, the authorities are informed. This is how France always disrespects the various African countries. The summoning of the diplomat in question yesterday, Sunday, specifically the chargé d'affaires of the French embassy in Algiers, who was summoned. His summons came after clear and repeated breaches by the French side of the established procedures regarding the assignment of personnel to French diplomatic and consular representations in Algeria were observed. So, they seriously failed to follow the procedure. And what exactly is this breach? The law is clear. So, according to the official information in the recent period, the relevant Algerian authorities reportedly observed the assignment of no fewer than 15 French agents who were to assume diplomatic or consular functions without these assignments having first been the subject of either official notifications or appropriate accreditation requests as required by the procedures in force. This is complete nonsense. Macron sits over there, finishes taking his powder, and then sends people, go to Algeria. You're going to work at our embassy. But in doing so, they are supposed to notify the Algerian the authorities. They must also include an accreditation letter, which the Algerian authorities must receive and accept their accreditation. And so this allows the authorities to keep an eye on which diplomats are present, how many new diplomats from certain countries have arrived on their territory. This is what France did not do. So the Algerian authorities have also reported the blocking of the approval process for 2 Algerian consuls general appointed in Paris and Marseille, as well as 7 other consuls who are still waiting for the approval procedures to be finalized for more than 5 months. So there's also that. You have consuls, Algerian diplomats, who have been appointed in Paris for nearly 5 months, who are waiting for their accreditation or approval. But France, up to now, refuses to grant it. So, what is Algeria going to do? Algeria is going to respond with an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And now France is very angry. It wants to respond. We are waiting to see what will happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the top international news story. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I'll be back with more news shortly. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.